Hello and welcome to the video. Today we will be reviewing an Addiesdive watch that I received from Addiesdive official watch store for this review. I wasn't paid for the review. I do not get paid. I don't ask for money to make a review, but in return I ask to be free in selecting the product and doing an unbiased review, so I don't get pre-written, pre-agreed text, etc. The review is thoughts that are my own and are unbiased, other than my personal bias, I guess. Quick wrist check, wearing the G-Shock Square solar Bluetooth. So a brief overview of why I ordered Addiesdive, and this specific one is we have obviously we have affordable watches on AliExpress in different price ranges, and they start anywhere from, I don't know, $50 all the way up to $300-400 depending on the movement, etc. The Swiss movements make the AliExpress watches way more expensive. Addiesdive uses mostly Seiko movements, whether it be automatic or quartz, so they do keep their prices down. Another competitor for Addiesdive is Standout. So if you're on AliExpress looking at watches, you most likely know both of these brands. I've never had a Standout watch. I've seen plenty of the reviews, etc. First of all, I'm not very keen on the designs. They're just too repetitive and generic, as well as I don't like the quality that they offer for the price. And this is my first Addiesdive, but based on everything that I've researched, seen reviews, etc., they do state that Addiesdive is actually quite amazing for the prices that they charge. I wanted a GMT watch. I did want a Quartz, even though I'm mostly an automatic watch guy, but I wanted a GMT Quartz, and I looked at this Addiesdive, which was a very, very compelling option. The link in the description will tell you, will bring you to the official Addiesdive watch store on AliExpress. It's not an affiliate link. You can go ahead and click on it. I get no benefit. Addiesdive can't provide any further discounts to their watches because they're selling them at extremely low prices anyway, so they can't really offer any further discounts, especially with the 11/11 sale coming up. But this watch should be available from anywhere to $50 to $70. Again, it depends on the sale and where you get it. So what we receive is this pin removal tool to resize your bracelet. We get the watch wrapped and protected in this plastic wrap, plus the Ziploc bag, and we get the instruction user manual, different languages, and we get an unsigned Deep Sea Hunter number, I guess the warranty card, and it says retailer, reference, serial number, date of purchase. So if somebody was to sell this from a retail shop, that's who would need that. Let me undo this. It's a VK quartz movement. It the second hand ticks once. It does have a screwed down crown. That's very good. On the back side, as you can see, it has a diver's mask and some underwater spear guns. Says all stainless steel, Deep Sea Hunter, sport diving divers 100 meters. So it should be fine to go for a occasional dip in the pool. Obviously you can wash your hands with the watch, etc. And again, it does have a screwed down crown. Nothing happens when you rotate, obviously, because it is a quartz. So first click out does your your GMT hand, as you can see, that blue hand, which I wonder if that's blued or painted. Maybe we'll be able to see that under the microscope. I don't know, but the dial, as you can see, has this creamy color. They make two different colors in white and this creamy color, which I preferred this color. So one moves the 24-hour hand. If you rotate it this way, it will change your date, which is at 6 o'clock, and 6 o'clock date I always prefer. I think that's a better symmetry. And then if we click this out, then we can move the hour and minute hand, and obviously the GMT hand will follow the movement. We just changed the date. So all of these functions as expected. Again, we do have a nice screw down crown. The threads and everything is as expected, quite good, no issues there. Let's quickly do the dimensions. We have 36.8, yeah. On the diameter, let's look at the thickness of the watch. It is 11, it says 11 millimeters, so that's quite nice. I actually thought it was a bit thicker, but no, it's 11 millimeters. The crown is 6 millimeters, and that's plenty to get a nice grip. Here we go. So we see that nice signed crown there. The watch is circular brushing on the case, and it has a nice mirror polish on the surround bezel. It is mineral glass, not sapphire, unfortunately, but it does have anti-reflective coating that I'm able to notice, the blue tint. The bracelet is push pins, obviously, from this tool. The bracelet is push pins, but we have a female link, so this watch could even be worn by somebody with very small wrists, or maybe a lady. A lady could wear this. Again, the diameter size as well as the thickness and just the elegant design would make this I think a unisex watch. We do have lume on the dial. I wouldn't expect it to be very strong lume, but it seems to be BGW9, and we do have lume. Now on the clasp, we have a basic clasp that is again signed with the Addiesdive logo, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 micro adjusts. I have to say that for this basic type of clasp, this is actually a very good execution. It is a pressed, not milled clasp, but firstly, it is quite thick metal. I've seen plenty that are much thinner. And then it's not a long, sometimes you'll see long clasps. This is not a long one. It would probably be on the shorter side. And it just, that makes it more elegant. but despite the short size, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 micro adjusts, so that's very good. I don't see any difficulty in adjusting the bracelet. That should come very easy. The bracelet is a 3-link bracelet that is brushed only on the sides, and the brushing looks just fine. Oh, then we have polishing. We have polished sides that follow through. That's a good design choice. And we have polished surround bezel. Okay, so what do we see under the microscope? I usually start right on top of the 12 o'clock. This is the polished surround bezel, and sometimes it is difficult to zoom in on these polished details, as well as some of the bubble glass. It gets distorted, but overall I can say that the polishing seems very good, especially for the price. This is no Zoratsu polishing, but for the naked eye it's very pleasing. And let's look at the 12 o'clock index and zoom in. There we go, done beautifully, centered, proportions just fine. Let's look at the text. That is for your GMT function, and the text printing seems rather crisp, absolutely no issues. The date window, we see a slight exposure of the plate on the frame. You see those lines right there. That probably should not be visible, and it's not. You probably don't. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't bother you looking at it close up with your naked eye, but the microscope exposes such issues. But again, no issues with the naked eye. And let's look at the handset. This amazes me. The handsets on these watches that I receive sometimes are so clean, and it impresses me that these factories are able to put together these watch parts without damaging, scratching, or dirtying them. So here we see no dust. I don't think that's dust. That may be just slight blemishes from being picked up with tweezers or just slight manipulations, but very little marking. It's not immaculate, but quite passable. And again, if you look at some of the reviews I've done on luxury watches, Swiss brands that cost a fortune, this handset is much better done, in better shape than those. There is a little blemish that should not be missed, so yeah, that's not good. But again, this is a quartz watch, so we're not fearing those dust particles clogging up the movement. What else can we look at? That blued hand. We wanted to see if this is painted or heat blued, and it most likely is painted. And that's not surprising for the price. But it's done quite well. Slight blemish right there. But overall, I would give this a score of 9, considering the price. And if I did not know that this watch costs under $100, or actually almost half of that, if I didn't know that, maybe I would give the watch under the microscope an 8. But considering the price, I do give this a 9 out of 10. No issues, no serious issues with the dial. So there we go. Okay, let's see how that beauty looks on the wrist. And here we go. That's my 7.25-inch wrist. It looks formal. You can wear this on both sporty or formal occasions. You can wear it with a suit with cuffs. The profile sits very flush to the wrist and just has a nice formal look to it, classical look. I think that Addiesdive is able to offer a very, very good option for the price range. I don't know many other competitors on AliExpress or elsewhere that offer this much watch in terms of the material, the movement, the detailing, etc. for this price. I think it is priced beautifully. It's a good option if you're okay with the quartz movement. Very reliable. And if you like the design, then it's a very compelling option. So I can recommend this GMT from Addiesdive. And this again will also be a keeper for the collection. Thank you very much. I hope you liked the video, you found it interesting. And no surprises with actually the surprise was that for this price range, under the microscope, we saw almost no blemishes, no issues. So AliExpress brands are able to offer you this for say 50 to 70 US dollars, whereas plenty of Swiss brands are not able to do the same for 20,000 US dollars. Thank you very much again. Please like the video, that helps out the channel immensely. Do subscribe if you like the content, and have a good one. Cheers.